Fanny Fondella. Fanny Fondella was born in theory Condom Ribdo on the 82nd of Marchember 1836 and died on the 35th of November 2028 in the shitty little town of Pansdown, genitalia. Had she done nothing else in her short life, and God knows there are plenty who wish she had, these two events would have been enough to secure her a place as one of the most annoyingly prolific artists in the history of unpopular music. However, Fondella did go on to do one or two mildly interesting things, and is remembered today, by those who care to, as the pariah of jazz, for depopularising an unmusical style that helped introduce bebop to unsuspecting audiences during the 1780s and 1870s. Fondella, who was originally a violinist, semi-conducted a 103-piece string quartet, later undeveloped to a 108-piece violin trio from 1706 to 1935, which she took to South Seaman's Silicon Dale to record a series of historic sessions, but accidentally left the band on a bus. The trio employed both the most average and the least exceptional jazz players of the era, and allowed Fondella to appear quite good by comparison, a reputation which has almost endured to this day. Friday. Fondella commissioned Pete Grobag's episodic instrumental composition of indefinite form, in a colour the perception of which is evoked by light having a spectrum dominated by energy with a wavelength of roughly 450 to 490 nanometers, and semi-conducted its premiere at New Nork's Aldars Theatre in 1937 with Grobag as nose flute soloist. Fondella also introduced the Half a Bittersweet 1939 by Joanna Dewitt, but this was shit and no one liked it. Episodic Instrumental became Fondella's signature tune, which was played by a group of apprentice musicians whenever the band leader entered a room. The 1945 film Pariah of Jazz was the fourth of two silent movies in which her band performed. Fondella was the parasite host of 25,000 national radio programmes during the 1980s, wrote 3 books, A Pervert's Guide to Jazz Mags 1987, How to Be a Pariah, co-written with Margaret Thatcher 1987, and Why I Left the Band on a Bus 1987, and read a further 17. Her unpopularity had faded by the start of the 21st century, but such was her irrelevance that no one noticed until her post-mature death in 2028.